in late 99, early 2000, I moved to Iowa and started training with Pat Military, Jeremy Horn, a bunch of great fighters. That's where I learned really everything. Jeremy Horn, I had a problem passing people's guard. Jeremy Horn taught me this, and that same day he hated it because he couldn't keep me in his guard anymore. This move just worked perfect with me. There's moves that work good with people, you know. Some people have long legs, so triangles are good. Short-legged people tend to have problems with triangles. So there's certain moves that go with your history. I was a wrestler, and this is just it. This move I'm going to show you now is by far, easily my favorite guard pass and the easiest guard pass for me. If he's got a closed guard, real quick, if he's got a closed guard in a fight, I do not push on these legs. Why would I? Sometimes my theory in a fight is, I'm not going to make him open his legs, I'm going to let him open his legs. How do I want to let him open his legs? I put pain. I like to use the word pain, but yes, you're right. So when I'm here, he wants me down here so we can make a scrapping match. I always push up. My hands are here. My hands will never go higher than his armpits. I might come right here. You see where my thumbs are at? In his armpits, my four fingers on top. That's kind of my whole position. Now, if he does anything with his arms, or really with his body, I can feel it. So I can come in here, and if he tries to throw a little punch on my arm, punch on my head, I feel all that movement. Okay? Now from here, I just come back and I walk back to here. My shoulders are above my hips right now. This is where I want to be. He's got a lot harder time going to armbar me, triangle, anything. I'm pretty safe from here. Another rule I never do is I never put my hand on the mat. My hands always stay on him. If I put my hand on the mat, what's he going to do?
Grab it.
He's going to take it from me. Hands always stay on your opponent. You always want to put pressure on him, make it a little harder for him. So here I am. Now I'm back to my guard pass mode. Take a hand, I make a fist, I punch, and then I elbow. The punch doesn't do a whole lot. But that elbow stings. Now what I'm doing, I'm not wanting to strike him with my tricep. I'm not hitting him with a board. I'm hitting him with a spear. You see that? That's what I want to do. Boom, 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 boom. Now after a couple of those, he's automatically going to break his guard. The first thing he's going to do, I guarantee it. I've never had somebody stain this. What I do now is I put him in butterfly. I love butterfly. Whether it be top or bottom, I love being in butterfly guard. For me, it's very safe. I dislike triangles. If I had a weakness, I may even say the triangles. But if I'm here, does he have a triangle? He doesn't. If I keep this leg tucked, he does not have a triangle. And I've really got to screw up for him to get an arm bar from me. Can it happen? It can. But I've got to make a huge mistake. Fighting. You can make one big mistake and the fight over, or you can put 2 or 3 or 4 small mistakes together and the fight's over. Does that make sense? Watch your mistakes, okay? Don't put those little bitty mistakes together because you can lose. So I love this butterfly guard. That's why I do it. So here I am. So he's got a closed guard, punch. He's decided he's going to open his guard on me. I just felt it. The first thing I do is I use the webbing of my hand and I push it. I open the door with my knee. We all see what I just did right there? I open the door, I push with the webbing of my hands, and I close the door. One more time on this side. I'm going to get this side. I open the door, I push with the webbing of my hands, and I close the door. And I want my hips as close to him as I can now. Because if I'm way out here, he's got power in that leg. But if I'm very tight with him, he doesn't have near as much power. Does that make sense? So I always want to push in him. Now you also see we're not straight. See how we're not in a straight line anymore? Right now, I'm working on this side. I'm taking angle over here because I'm going to pick on this leg. So now that I've got this, I go for my far side underhook here, and I put my head over here. I put my head just as a blocker. It's on his chest, maybe a little bit of his shoulder, but it's on his pec right there. Now when I do this, I can push down with this leg. Because if I didn't have my head there, what would he do if I pushed down on that leg?
Punch you.
That, or he can go for a key lock. There's a lot he can do from here. But with me having this head here, it blocks all that. I push this all the way down to the mat. I've got two options now. I can go over the top with my right leg, or I can go over the top with my left leg. Whatever you want to do. So here we are. I'm getting my angle already on this leg. I get my far side underhook. I put my head down so he can't do anything with his arm, and push down. All the way to the mat. You see that? Now, I always tell people just take the inside leg. Right now, my right leg is touching his tailbone. I'm all the way out now, and I've got my far side underhook. One of the best things I can tell you is, if I'm cross-side, 99% of the time, I've got this right here. I do not want him having this far side underhook, okay? I'll teach you how to get it in a second. I want you guys to do the guard pass. One more time. See how I'm creeping around on this side. Come in, my head position well, push down, now my inside leg goes all the way over the top. Here I am. My knee's tight to his ribs, and this elbow's tight to his ribs as well. Okay? Do that guard pass.